Salutations! I'm StereoLotus77, and today we've got an amazing video for you guys. We've got the binary Cutsman. This weapon is an OG, one of the original freaking boss melting weapons on Zane. So, how this weapon works. It shoots out two projectiles, and these projectiles deal splash damage, and they spread out, and the further they spread out, you notice they create a energy beam blade. And that blade does not deal splash damage, but it deals increased elemental damage. So, a lot of the times, you're just going to want to hit them with that center because it pierces, while those two ones on the edges do not pierce. They just impact and deal that splash. That center one, that center beam, that pierces. So, it's going to be a lot better for your bigger multi-hitbox enemies, and it's going to be really good for your, like, heavyweights and whatnot. There are other weapons that are very similar to it, such as the DNA. The DNA does roughly the same thing. It has two little projectiles that deal splash damage that separate slightly, and they go into an enemy, and they have a beam in between. The difference there, though, is the DNA, all of the parts pierce. So the two edge parts also pierce, and they leave stickies. Now, it also does not come in any specific elements. The DNA shoots different element shots every shot. The Cutsman comes in specific elements, which is a strength for it. Its dot damage is really high, so on a dot damage build, it works really well, especially like a Hustler build with dot. It's so much fun. This weapon works really well on my Chain Zane that I posted a couple weeks ago, or last week. I don't remember. My sense of time has gone out the window. But this setup here is a base game setup. We're going to be rocking base game due to a suggestion in the comments. We have the Antifreeze. This is a Mayhem exclusive drop. So a alternative is the Infiltrator, utilizing as many points as you can get into Violent Speed, Violent Momentum, whichever one you want to focus in. And then, depending on the weapon that you want to use, using that SMG damage for the Cutsman and the other SMGs that I like to use, or just dedicate a passive to a specific damage type, as that's going to be your biggest bonus. And then we've got a Victory Rush, Snowdrift for his speed, Victory Rush just because extra V1 damage whenever I kill a BA. Then a P-Nade, this one's optional here. Doesn't really matter what grenade it is, as long as you get that grenade thrown going on there, it's gonna be beautiful. Then we got the 0.M. So you can replace this with a Rough Rider or a lot of other shields that are just survivability shields, like the Transformer, the Ascleptus, or whatever. There's plenty of other shields you can replace this with. If you're running Infiltrator, I highly recommend switching it with the Band of Sidorak, as that's going to give you a lot of fire rate. Now, here's the trees. So here's blue tree, typical blue tree going down at movement speed equals damage. Then we got activate action skill, activate kill skills, then duration, and then death while it's close. Over here, we got duct tape mod. We got 5 in Donnybrook. Donnybrook is still overrated. In this build, it's not even that good, but it is helpful to move down the tree. Now, the reason why this is here is, well, as I said, to move down the tree, but it also gives clone damage. The gun damage on this is completely useless, completely pointless piece of garbage. Your 42% gun damage, 21 plus 21 equals 42, since it stacks twice. 42%, absolute piece of garbage. Why? Because you have 10 points in Violent Momentum, then giving you a boatload of gun damage that's additive to this. So, diminishing returns. This skill sucks on a gun build. Don't use it. It's not good. On a clone build, really good, because it gives clone damage. Then we got a whole bunch of other clone supporting stuff. We got Trick of the Light. And then over here, we got Green Tree. A lot of survivability stuff here. We went down Futility Belt and really expensive jacket. That way we get the reduced status effects, and then we get damage resistance on kill skill. We also got more damage resistance up here and some life regen. It's all helpful for survivability stuff. And yeah, let's get started. The amount of times that vendor crashes have happened today are ridiculous, or that game's crashing in general. Be nice if I could, like, aim and shoot things. Sir, how are you not dead? There we go. Alright. Is there any corrosive heavyweights around? No, sweet. Okay, don't need to worry about that then. Oh, we got mail from Maliwan. So we got some content coming up. We've got some stuff that's gonna be dropping on Wednesdays for a little bit. We've got build review videos, and you guys get your builds reviewed. Just shoot me either a message on in the comments section or in Discord. I have a specific channel for it in my Discord server if y'all are interested. Although, if you attempt to do it through the YouTube comments section, I do pray for your sanity, as the YouTube comments section is a piece of garbage. Although it's always really helpful just to be able to ask questions. So if you ever have any questions about like how something works, or want to see like a good spec or build for different circumstances, just let me know, and I'll try and tailor a build to it. Because a lot of these videos are just meant to be educational, so that I get to share some of my knowledge about the video game to you guys. Look at that Kraken kill. Let's go. Whoops. God dang it. Why did Sigdrifta come this way? The heck? Alright, we wanna at least kill a guy over here. And break that shield after replacing you. There we go. See, this weapon still shreds. Doesn't matter that there are weapons better than it for the same purpose. This weapon still does its job perfectly fine. For the extra shock damage, and absolutely melt that valve. Let's go. But yeah, we got build reviews coming up, and we've got I'm thinking about potentially releasing a new actual build video instead of it just being like a challenge build video. Release like a fully built character. Maybe do like a leveling guide sort of thing. Because I know a lot of people have been looking for stuff like that recently. And let me know if any of you are interested in that kind of in that kind of content. Oh, look at that. That's 2 Valks down. We got 1 Valk left. Where is he at? There we go. Oh. There we go. I do have Old Dew on here. I just didn't use it there. I probably should have. Getting that end action skill end bonus and whatnot. But, eh. Oh my lord. Get off of me! Thank you. Up you. Now, the most difficult part about this build's setup is keeping your action skills up. Because, not action skills, your kill skills up. Because you have to constantly be killing things. And that's your only way of keeping your kill skills other than activating your action skills. Which you don't get to do that very often, seeing as you're not running Mantis Cannon. You do doppelbanger stuff to activate them, which is what I do sometimes. But the kill skills aren't as important in that regard. Not unless you're starting to get low on barrier. Then that may be the better play. But it really depends on which form of survivability you want to go for, whether it's old U or if it's barrier. Or if you're even thinking about survivability in the first place. Here's a question for y'all. How many of you are going to see the Borderlands movie? I've got a group of like 3 people who are all gonna go watch it, and we're all gonna. Our main intent is to show up and make fun of it. There's no way that they thought that this would be that this would be a good idea. Like, why? I feel like if they wanted to be successful with a film, that they would have been better off doing like an animated film instead of doing it like doing a live action thing. Well, that wasn't... that was very close to not being good. Alright, we want to pop clone. We have full uptime on clone when barrier goes down. There we go. Can I aim? Like, good lord. Well, that's not good at all, actually. There we go. There's the Storm Chucker down. I hate flying enemies in this freaking game. Well, I messed up the cycle for that, so I'm not going to be able to kill him until the next action skill goes down. There we go. here's a game I've been interested in recently. I've been loving Persona, Persona 5 Royal to be specific, but also after watching some of my friends play Persona 3, I'm definitely gonna have to take that. I'm gonna have to try that one out as well. Definitely seems like an amazing game. The Persona series seems to be like an amazing series. Atlas doesn't seem to miss very often. If y'all know of any Atlas games that are not very good, let me know and see. Let me give that a look, because it seems as though they're not very competent at making mistakes when it comes to full releases of their games. Look at how fast this is shredding him. Like, this is ridiculous. And people say this weapon's bad, or that this weapon isn't even usable after nerf. Like, excuse me? It's one of those instances where it's like, just because there are weapons that are now better than it for its purpose doesn't mean that it's a bad weapon. Look at that, takedown confirmed. Most of the issues had with this run were me having skill issue. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I definitely enjoyed showcasing this weapon again, because this weapon definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame when it comes to Borderlands guns. What are y'all's top favorite weapon from the entire Borderlands series? And that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and go check out some of the other stuff that I made. And see ya!